Hello, folks. Welcome to Business Basics. We've been talking this week about 25 tips to overcome sales objections. And I'm joined by my fantastic co-host, Andy Hemming, who's got 5 tips about being persistent. Andy, it's great to see you. Thanks for joining.
Great to be here. I think persistence is really important, though, isn't it? I remember reading J. Conrad Levinson's Guerrilla Marketing, and he always talked about 9 touches, but it took 3 touches to get to 1 touch. So it was almost 27 times you had to be seen by somebody. And I think that's changed because that book was written a long time ago now. So that's probably multiplied by 3 again, at least. So persistence in everything we do becomes front and center, because actually no, not now doesn't mean no, not never. And we should realize that and really internalize it, because just because we're around doesn't mean people need our help right now. So I think we've got to really focus on that for starters. We've talked about asking questions on a number of occasions, but asking more questions to really get a flavor for what really is in people's heads, because we've got to help them change their beliefs over a period of time. And that may take more than 1 or 2 touches. So we shouldn't give up on them. We should just keep asking questions to help them create a better story for themselves. Number 2, we should be providing value as we take them through their journey. And what does that value mean? I mean, let's educate them well so they can make a better decision. So let's change their knowledge so that they can make a more informed decision, because an educated customer is an easy customer. For me, our process should be very much designed around, I'm going to take you on a journey which is going to change your knowledge so that we can get to an informed decision together. And that feels like a more win-win solution, if you like, and does take persistence, because that journey can take variable amounts of time. Not unusual for clients to be thinking about it for a period of time, or decide it's not for them, but if we keep in touch with them, maybe a year or 2 years later, they can still come on board. So persistence is key, which leads us to our 3rd tip: follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up. I mean, there's some really interesting statistics out there about salespeople, which is a very, very small percentage follow up more than once. Yet 80% of sales are made on the 5th to 12th touch. So we're giving up, we're just leaving money on the table if we don't follow up. So really, really important to keep doing that. Patience is key. There's enough business out there. We don't have to win all of it when it's in front of us at the time it's in front of us. Building that relationship, improving the levels of education, continuing to add value. All of this helps us to build on that know, like, and trust. The more know, like, and trust, the less likely we are to get objections. So patience is great. I know that sometimes, especially if you're at the start of your business journey, selling to somebody is a really nice proposition, especially if they've got a checkbook and a pulse. But that's not really a great sales strategy, because it can make them feel backed into a corner, and we have to give them space to make a better decision. And finally, keeping a positive attitude, because perception is projection, right? So how often have we been into a sales meeting thinking this one's a terrible meeting, and come out and guess what's happened? It's a terrible meeting. Or this person's never going to buy. Conversely, what about when we go into those meetings with this is a shoo-in, and guess what happens? So for me, that positive attitude, positive projection is absolutely key, because your prospect will pick up on what you're projecting into the room. So positive attitude, take one in and you'll probably get one back.
Brilliant, Andy. Thank you so much for joining. Folks, if you'd like to find Andy's 25 tips for overcoming sales objections, then you can follow the link in this post to download the guide. We can't wait to hear from you. Until next time, bye for now.